How's it going, guys? This is Z McQueen here, and this is my response video to Supercell's latest and greatest idea to bring modding and botting and all that good jazz to an end. And I'm here to tell you why that won't happen. Let's get right into it. So the first things first, let's go ahead and talk about exactly what Supercell said. Some of the things that they mentioned were: 1. Third-party software consists of unapproved apps that manipulate gameplay by altering game functionality. Third-party software aims to provide unfair advantages while potentially putting players' accounts and privacy at risk. This includes hacks, mods, or programs that unfairly alter game functionality, bots or gameplay automation services or scripts, and any other programs that aim to modify or provide unearned progress. Another one would be unauthorized gem selling and game economy abuse, and a third one would be buying and selling game accounts. Consequences would be fraudulent behavior, cheating, and any related commercial actions surrounded our games, strictly prohibited by Supercell's terms of service. In addition to the very real danger of a compromised account, participating in any of the above practices will lead to penalties such as revoked currency, temporary game suspension, and even permanent closure of the game account. Please keep your account safe by avoiding all of these issues. It really isn't worth your time or money. We're going to go ahead and get right into this and say exactly what a majority of the people have been wanting. It seems to be on the forums of Supercell itself. Now, a lot of people are rejoicing, saying, yay, modding's gone and stuff like that. Well, guys, it's not going to happen. And here's why. I admire Supercell's attempt to put an end to this, and that's great and all for the game and things like that. But here's why it won't work. You will always have people who are going to be making programs, making bots and things like that are one step ahead of Supercell. If you don't think so, Supercell's team is like, what, 10 to 100 people? I don't even know what it is. There's not a lot of people who specifically work on the Supercell team. Do you know how many hundreds and even thousands of people who can make programs to work for this? Now, there are only certain kind of people who can make good ones, who will be ahead of the curve and things like that, but there will always be new programs that will be a step ahead of Supercell. It's just like any other games that you've played before, like RuneScape when they did the giant bot nuke and things like that. It's not going to happen, guys. Now, will they ban some accounts? Will they suspend some accounts? Sure, why not? It doesn't really matter to me. I've always been a fair play user, so this is not me specifically. I woke up this morning from this update and I had dozens of messages, literally dozens of messages of people saying, wanting to know my opinion, and people saying that they're using it currently after they announced this. And I don't know if it's just a scare tactic from them or what the deal is, but they are definitely trying to put a stop to this, and it won't work. To sum it up in one sentence from what one of my friends said: as long as there's competition, there will always be those who attempt to gain a competitive advantage. It's just like steroids in the NFL and baseball and any sport in the history of ever. You're always going to have people who want to get ahead of the curve, and you're always going to have people who abuse the system who could get away with doing it. You will never have a fair play community. It will not happen. It will not happen. I'm going to quote some people here, and I will not share their names, but one of the quotes would be, "What drove me to modding was my desire to get real practice against real bases, and simming all the bases an enemy has was a great way to do so." A lot of the times when you go out and you're looking for bases and things like that, guys, what do you see? You see a lot of empty bases and things like that. They don't have their Inferno Towers topped off. They're empty. They don't have their clan castles full. They got their heroes down. They're upgrading something or whatever. It's not going to be the same as an exact war base. And a lot of times it's not even their war base. It's their farming base or their hybrid base or something like that. It's not going to be a legitimate war base. That's why people mod so they can practice things like that. Now, I'm not justifying it either way. I'm leaving this up for you guys to decide in the comments below. Please let me know what you think of this video, but you will not be able to bring a complete stop to this. And here's another big point, guys. Do you think, now I want you to ask yourself, do you think modders and botters in the game are serious players, or do you think they just half play the game? I'm going to say right now that they're very serious players. A lot of the times they spend $20 or more for one single app that bots for them over the night or over the day or whatever it is. They spend a lot of money just on that alone, and that isn't even going necessarily toward the game. That's just to enable them to do better in the game. And that doesn't account for all the money that they spend in the gyms and things like that. Now, how do these companies make money? How does Supercell make money? They make it from the people who spend money in the game. Who are the people who spend money in the game? It's the modders and it's the botters. They spend so much money in the game for a freemium game like this. Supercell does not make their money from 100% of the people who play it. It's a very small percentage that Supercell abuses and abuses and abuses, who spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars into the game. And it's a lot of these are the modders and the botters. If you can, even if Supercell succeeds and they completely stop this, you're gonna lose out on so much money. Clash of Clans is already on the downward slope. You might as well make it a cliff at this point, someone said. And I totally agree with that. You will not be able to bring a stop to this. Now, in an idealistic world, sure, everyone will be playing fairly and you won't be using hacks and cheats and botting and things like that. But at the end of the day, you will always have people doing this. And you can justify it either way. You can say, well, I have a family and I have a lot of work to do and things like that. And I just don't have time to play hours and hours and hours to upgrade one wall at a time. And it's just not going to happen. Some people don't find that part of the game fun, okay? That's just the way it is. They can justify it by saying, you know, I don't find that part fun. I just want to war, things like that. So I understand that. I don't necessarily agree or disagree with it, but I understand it. Same thing with modding for wars and things like that. Whenever you're just looking to sim a base and you want to attack and you want to practice and get better at it, because you can't really do that just searching through random bases all the time. It takes a lot of time to get good at this game, and anyone who's watching these videos probably knows a good bit about the game, and you already know that. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and if you think Supercell will be able to put an end to this, and what will happen if they actually do succeed in putting an end to this, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative for you. This is Z McQueen, repping the Clash scene.